studied the last 3 unit. 3टा यूनिट आम सारी ऑलरेडी आज आम चतुर्थ यूनिट माने ट्राए करवा आज गोटे क्लास आउ काली गोटे क्लास सारे तापर आम जा पे माने मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन बेस जो मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन अच्छी देखा. ओके, so what happens, let me start the topic is like that. He sent away the assistant and sat beside the patient. He sent away the assistant. कौन कले से sent away पठेई देले काहाकू to the assistant. Who sent away the assistant? The doctor. The doctor sent away the assistant and sat beside the patient. रोगीर साइड रे beside से बसिले. At about 11, राति 11टा बेलकू, at about 11, the patient opened his eyes and smiled at his friend. The patient opened his eyes and smiled at his friend. कौन कला रोगीटी आखि खोलिला, opened his eyes and smiled टिका हसिला at his friend, तार बंधु को देखि टिका हसिला. किए? The patient. The patient opened his eyes and smiled at his friend. He showed a slight improvement. And that showed a slight improvement. Slight कहले क्षण टिके improvement देखा जाउतला ता भितरे. कहा भितरे? पेशेंट भितरे. पेशेंट रो ना कोन थिला? गोपाल. He was able to take a little food and Gopal was able to take a little food. से किसी खाद्य भी खाई पारुथला. Was able to take a little food. A great feeling of relief and joy went to the household. A great feeling of relief and joy went through the household. घरर समस्तଙ୍କ मनरे गोटे माने फीलिंग गोटे भावना शुभ माने भलो भावना आसीगला. यस फाइनाली ही हैड रिकवर्ड. जैसे रिकवर हो गला. पूजा ऋतिक गुड इवनिंग बेटा. थ्रू द हाउसहोल्ड घर चारिआडे माने खुशी खेलीगला. समस्ते खुशी हो गले रे पिले. They swarmed around the doctor and poured out their gratitude. They swarmed around the doctor. से माने डाक्तर को घेरी गले समस्ते. They swarm around कहले यू नो जमती महुमाछी जमती गुणगुण करिकी बेढ़ंती से बड़ा से माने बेढ़ी जाउतले. काहाकू? डाक्तर को. स्वार्म्ड अराउंड कहले माने एक्जाक्टली हम कौन बेढ़ी जीवा. Swarmed around the doctor and poured out their gratitude. Gratitude कहले कृतज्ञता. से माने डाक्तर को कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करुथले. को माने the members of the family. They swarmed around the doctor and poured out their gratitude. Poured out कहले जणाइबा पिले. Poured out कहले जणाइबा. Poured out their gratitude. He sat in his seat beside the bed. He means the doctor. Sat in his seat beside the bed. Bed पार्श्वरे थिबा तांके सीटे बसे के the doctor just staring at his friends. तांकर बंधुन को से देखुतले. And gazing sternly निरीक्षण करिबा. gazing sternly strictly अपलक नयन से चाहितिले. काकू? तांक बंधु को. Sternly at the patient's face. तांकर बंधुंकर मुह को अपलक नेत्र से चाहि रही थिले. Hardly showing any signs of hearing what they were saying to him, and the doctor was hardly showing any sign. कौन सी प्रकार सी तांका कथा जो फैमिली मेंबर तांको कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करथिले समस्त जो धन्यवाद दोंथिले से कथा से सुनुथिले एवला किसी फीलिंग से एक्सप्रेस करू नथिले. He was not expressing any sign that he was hearing what they were telling. Exactly. So showing any signs of hearing what they were saying to him, the sick man's wife asked. The sick man's wife asked. रोगीर माने सिक मैन जे थिला गोपाल थिला. गोपाल रो स्त्री डाक्टर को पचारिला. द सिक मैन्स वाइफ आस्क्ड. व्हाट डिड शी आस्क? इज ही नाउ आउट ऑफ डेंजर? इज ही नाउ आउट ऑफ डेंजर? वर्तमान से भल अछंते कि विपद मुक्त कि? इज ही नाउ आउट ऑफ डेंजर? Without turning his head, the doctor said. Without turning his head, the doctor said. डाक्तर मैंने कौन कहले विदाउट टर्निंग हिज हेड तांकर मुंड भी उठे नहांती द डॉक्टर सेड डाक्तर कहले कौन कहले बोले गिव ग्लूकोज एंड ब्रांडी एवरी 40 मिनिट्स गिव ग्लूकोज एंड ब्रांडी एवरी 40 मिनिट्स तो डाक्तरों को कौन गिव ग्लूकोज एंड ब्रांडी एवरी 40 मिनिट्स प्रत्येक 40 मिनिट्स से ताको ग्लूकोज और ब्रांडी दियो बोली कि से कहले के द डॉक्टर सेड and just a couple of spoon will do just a couple of spoon will do just a couple of spoon couple कहले दुई प्ले 2 चामच लेखा दियो 2 चामच ग्लूकोज और 2 चामच ब्रांडी दियो बोली कहले who said this these are the words of the doctor to the lady of the house से गोपाल रो स्त्री को एक कथा किए कहले डाक्टर कहले and the lady went away to the kitchen the lady went away to the kitchen स्त्री लोग गोपाल रो स्त्री रोसे घर को चली गला went away to the kitchen she felt restless ताको बहुत खराब लागुला restless कहले अविश्रांत लागुला so she was interested to know about her husband her curiosity inside her forcing her to know about the health condition of her husband but you know she was undone because the doctor was not responding at all the doctor was not responding at all yes or no so she felt she must know the truth whatever it was she felt she must know the truth whatever it was and she was feeling like that she must know the truth se jemti hele satya katha ta janiba darkar she was thinking that I must know the truth mu nishchit bhabe satya kono mor swami kor avastha kono se improve karuchanti na dhire dhire tolku jauchanti se banchibe na moribe mu janiba darkar good evening Ramchandra and thereafter why was the great man so evasive 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 a man who avoid direct answer is called evasive so why the man is so evasive the suspense was unbearable and the suspense was unbearable the man means the doctor the doctor was not telling the condition of the patient exactly what is happening with the patient whether he is going to recover or not whether he is going to die or not whether he is going to be well or not and this must be known to the family members that's why they were very curious and especially the wife of Gopal she was very curious to know about what was happening with her husband and she beckoned to him from the kitchen perhaps she could not speak so near the patient's bed at the time the lady of the house गोपाल स्त्री भाविला जे पेसेंट पाखे थी मुझे पचारुची बोली कि डाक्तर मत कहू ना मते मु गोटे काम करी मु दूर को जाकि डाक्तर को डाकबी काले से मते कहिबे so what she did she beckoned to him from the kitchen doorway रोसे घर कबाट पाखे थी कि डाक्तर को से इशारा कला किए बेकन इशारा करिबा कहा को इशारा कला पिले डाक्तर को इशारा कला कम doctor come please come yes or no and thereafter what happens the kitchen doorway the doctor rose and went over the doctor rose उठिले एवं तापा को गले went over then what happened what about him now how is he the lady asked what about him now से वर्तमान केमिति अछंती how is he the doctor beat his lips and replied the doctor beat his lips उठो कामुडी डाक्टर कौन कहले beat his lips beat कहले कामुडीबा उठो कामुडी दिले beat his lips and replied उत्तर देले कौन उत्तर देले पिले don't get excited कौन कहले don't get excited उत्तेजित तो हो नहीं बेसी एक्साइटेड तुम्हें हो नहीं बेसी आनंदित तो हो नहीं unless you must know about it जदि तुम जानिबा पई चाहुचो unless you must know about it don't ask now जदि जानिबा पई एते माने व्यथित होचो एते उत्कंठित होचो वर्तमान तो मते पचारि कि तुम डिस्टर्ब कर नाही किए कहला द डॉक्टर टोल्ड टू हुम द लेडी ऑफ द हाउस her eyes wide opened wide in terror and her voice means the lady's eyes opened in terror चक्षु विस्फारित हो गला आउरी डरी गला सी किए डरी गला पिले द लेडी माने गोपाल रा स्त्री पूरा डरी गला तार आखि बड़ बड़ हो गला डर रे हैं सी clasped her hands together and implored she clasped her hands together से हाथ जोड़ी देला द लेडी clasped कहले जोड़ीबा clasped her hands together and implored means requested implored IMPLORD implored requested tell me the truth doctor tell me the truth doctor tell me the please for God's sake tell me the truth she was imploring like this तुम जानी थी वो जते बड़े गोटे स्वामी बेड रे पड़ी थाए तार बंचिवा मरिबा कंडीशन थाए सेते बड़े स्त्री रो कंडीशन कोन होतुबो So she was imploring the doctor again and again. She was requesting the doctor again and again. Sir, please tell me the truth. So she clasped her hands together and implored, tell me the truth. The doctor replied, Doctor upor dile, I'd rather not talk to you now. I'd rather not talk to you now. Mo to se katha ayuchi kahi bajje stri lokota. Don't disturb me or I would rather not talk to you. कथा न हवा भलो किए कहला yes the doctor he turned round and went back to his chair he turned round भूली पड़िले and went back to his chair तांको चेयर को पुणी थर चली गले the doctor a terrible wailing से समरे गोटे क्रंदन उच्च स्वर रे क्रंदन करिवा wailing कहले जोर जोर रे कांदिबा ए टेरिबल वेलिंग शॉट थ्रू द स्टील हाउस से नीरव घर माने क्रंदन रोल रे पूरा प्रकंपित हो गला ए टेरिबल वेलिंग शॉट थ्रू द स्टील हाउस स्टील कहले साइलेंट द पेशेंट स्टीड एभली जोर रे से कांदिला इवन इफ गोपाल वाज एबल टू हियर इट गोपाल भी सुनी पड़ला द पेशेंट स्टीड रोगी गोपाल टिके कौन है पिले टिके हलिला हाँ स्टीड एंड लुक्ड अबाउट इन bewilderment कहला आश्चर्य astonishment surprise so about in bewilderment the doctor got up again doctor पुनी थरे उठी पड़िले the doctor got up again went over to the kitchen door से कबाड़ पाखु को गले drew it in securely and sort of the well bond kariba pile sort of SHOTOFF to close something sort of the well कहले क्रंदन से जाई कि किचन डोर को क्लोज कर देले तापर से क्रंदन शब्दटा बंद हैला this is what we call unit 4 let's go to unit 5 so unit 5 रे कोन अछि बिले does a doctor ever let a patient know how serious his condition is गोटे डाक्टर के पेशेंट को जनाए कि तार कंडीशन कौन wasn't Dr. Raman feared for his frankness एटी डाक्टर रमण तांकर फ्रैंकनेस में डरू थिले कि what did he do in case of his friend Gopal तांको बंधुन को ट्रीटमेंट क्षेत्र से कौन कले read the following unit of the text for your answer so to get answer of these questions let's study this unit. When the doctor resumed his seat, the patient asked in the faintest whisper possible. When the doctor ଯେତେବେଳେ resumed his seat, ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଆସିକି ବସିଲେ, ଆଉ ଥରେ ଆସିକି ବସିଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ସିଟ୍ରେ. The patient asked in the faintest whisper. The patient asked in the faintest କହିଲେ କ୍ଷୀଣରୁ ଅତି କ୍ଷୀଣ. In the faintest whisper, ମାନେ ବହୁତ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ କହିଲା, Doctor, like this. So, faintest whisper possible. Is there someone crying, doctor? What did he say? Is there someone crying, doctor? କିଏ ଗୋଟେ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି କି? କିଏ ଗୋଟେ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି? The doctor advised. ଡାକ୍ତର ସେ ସମୟରେ ରୋଗୀଟାକୁ ଉପଦେଶ ଦେଲେ. The doctor advised, don't exert yourself. What did he say? Don't exert yourself. Exert କହିଲେ କ'ଣ ପିଲେ? एग्जॉट कहले माने निज ऊपर प्रेशर नवा टेंशन नवा उत्तेजित हवा Don't exert yourself. ତମେ ଉତ୍ତେଜିତ ହୁଅ ନାହିଁ. The doctor advised to the patient. Don't exert yourself. You mustn't talk. You mustn't talk. ତମେ କଥା ହବାର ନାହିଁ. No, you are not allowed to talk. You mustn't talk. He felt the pulse and he felt the pulse. ପୁଣି ଥରେ ତା ନାଡ଼ି ପରୀକ୍ଷା କଲେ. Felt the pulse. It was already agitated by the exhaustion. And the pulse were already agitated with the exhaustion. से जो माने उत्तेजित हो गला ता द्वारा तार पल्स रेट पुणी थर बढ़ी जाइतिला जोरे एग्जॉर्शन. द पेशेंट आस्क्ड, रोगीटी पचारिला. द पेशेंट आस्क्ड, एम आई गोइंग? व्हाट डिड ही से? एम आई गोइंग मीन्स एम आई गोइंग कहले कौन फिले मु मरिबी ना बंची मु मरिबी कि इज आस्किंग यूजिंग कोड वर्ड एम आई गोइंग. या Don't hide it from me. Don't hide it from me. मते लुचाओ ना रे बाबू, हैं? मते लुचाओ ना तू. Don't hide it from me. The doctor made a deprecating noise. Deprecate. D-P-R-E-C-A-T-I-N-G. Deprecating. मना करिबा. हैं? Disapproval. Yes or no? So the doctor made a deprecating noise and sat back in his chair. मना कर दले. No. And he just stayed back in the chair. He had never faced a situation like this, and the doctor had never faced a situation like this. तांको जीवन काल रे केबे ए भले सिचुएशन से फेस कर नथिले. The doctor had never faced a such type of situation in his life, throughout his life. It was not in his nature to whitewash. It was not in his nature to whitewash. जनकु मिथ्या प्रतिश्रुति देवा तांको कैरेक्टर अगेंस्ट तांको गुण अगेंस्ट थिला. से केबे काहाकु मिथ्या प्रतिश्रुति दे नथिले, मिछ कथा कहि नथिले. व्हाइट वाज पीपल अटैच ग्रेट वैल्यू टू हिज वर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. थैंक यू दिनेश, थैंक यू. सो पीपल अटैच ग्रेट वैल्यू टू हिज वर्ड्स बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. लोक माने सेहिथि पई कारण से सत कहउथिले सेहिथि पई तांको कथा को बहुत गुरुत्व दउथले. पीपल अटैच ग्रेट वैल्यू टू हिज वर्ड्स बिकॉज ही वाज अ ट्रस्टफुल डॉक्टर. He stole a look at the other. He stole a look. Stole कहले चोरी करिबा. Steal, stole, stolen. तो he stole a look at the other. से रोगीर आखि रे आखि मिले कि देखि पारु नथिले. आखि रे आखि माने संजोग करके देखि पारु नथिले. He was not able to look at the eyes of his friend because he was telling lie. Because he was telling lie कारण से मिछ कहउतले. The other, the patient motioned a finger to draw him nearer and whisper. The patient moved a finger, motioned a finger. गोटे आंगुठी रे इशारा कला. किए? The patient गोपाल आंगुठी रे इशारा कला डाक्टर को तांको पाखु को आसीबा पई. And to draw him nearer and whispered. एवं धीरे धीरे कहिला I must know how long I am going to last. I must know मु निश्चित भावे जानिबा दरकार. I must know how long I am going to last. मु केते समय बंचिबी मु निहाती जानिबा दरकार. मु केते समय बंचिबी मु निहाती जानिबा दरकार. Who said? These are the words of Gopal. Why? The reason is there. काहे कि से कहूतला से भलिया ता पछरे भी कारण अछि. I must sign the will. I must sign the will. Will कहले कोन पिले संपत्ति घोषणा पत्र. I must sign the will. मु से मोर जो माने उत्तराधिकारी घोषणा पत्रटा साइन करिवा दरकार. It is already आउ मु से विलटा रेडी करके रखिछि. I have made it ready already. It is there. Ask my wife for the dispatch box. Dispatch box रे रखाइछि. विलटा dispatch box रे रखाइछि. You must sign as a witness, and it's my honor that you will be a part of it. You must sign as a witness. जने साक्षी हिसाब रे तू भी दस्तखत करिबो because you are the dearest friend of mine in this world. Oh, the doctor exclaimed. Oh, the doctor exclaimed. माने डॉक्टर व्यस्त है कि विस्मय प्रकाश कले. You are exerting yourself too much. Please don't talk, my dear friend. You are exerting yourself too much. तो बेसी उत्तेजित हो ना रे. किए कहला? The doctor. हैं you are exerting yourself so much. तू एते काई मते एते टेंशन कोन पाई न होछु? हैं तू काई के एते उत्तेजित होछु? You must be quieter. You must be quieter. तू माने चुपचाप रहिबा दरकार. Quiet कहले silent. You must be quieter. He felt idiotic to be repeating it, and he felt idiotic to be repeating it. In his life, for the first time, he was repeating the words being told by him again to some patient. ତାଙ୍କ ଜୀବନରେ ସେ କାହାକୁ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦିଥର କହିନଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି ତାଙ୍କ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡକୁ ସେ ଆଉ ଥରେ ରିପିଟ୍ କରି କହୁଛ, ବାବୁ ତୁ ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଯା, ତ ମୁଁ ବାରମ୍ବାର କହୁଛି ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ହେବା, ତୁ କାହିଁକି କଥା ହେଉଛୁ କେଜାଣି ମୁଁ ବୁଝିପାରୁନି. So these are the words of Dr. Raman towards his friend. Yeah, how fine it would be, he reflected କହିଲେ thought, reflected କହିଲେ thought, how fine it would be, କେତେ ଭଲ ହୁଅନ୍ତା ସେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ. He reflected to drop the whole business and run away somewhere without answering anybody, any question. କ'ଣ? To drop the whole business, ସବୁ କାମ ବନ୍ଦ କରିକି, to drop the whole business and run away, କୁଆଡ଼େ ଗୋଟେ ପଳେଇ ଗଲେ, somewhere without answering anybody any question, ଯୋଉଠି ମୋତେ କିଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରନ୍ତା ନାହିଁ କି ମୁଁ କାହାକୁ ଉତ୍ତର ଦିଅନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. This type of thinking was there within the doctor. ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେ ସମୟରେ ଏଇ ଭାବନା ହେଇଥିଲା ଯେ ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି ଏଠି କାହାର ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଉଛି, ମୁଁ ସବୁ କାମ ଦାମ ବନ୍ଦ କରିକି ମୁଁ କୁଆଡ଼େ ପଳେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତି କି, ମୋତେ କିଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରନ୍ତାନି କି, ଏଭଳିଆ ଫିଲିଂ ଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କ ମନରେ. The patient clutched the doctor's wrist with his finger and said, the patient clutched the doctor's wrist. କ'ଣ କଲା? ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କ ରିଷ୍ଟକୁ ଧରିକି ଡାକିଲା, ଧରିଲା, and asked, ଏବଂ ପଚାରିଲା, and said, କହିଲା, Ramu, it is my good fortune. Dear Ramu, it is my good fortune, ମୋର ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟ. It's my good fortune that you are here at this moment. ଏଇ ସମୟରେ ତୁ ମୋ ପାର୍ଶ୍ୱରେ ଅଛୁ, ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଅଛୁ. ଏଠାରୁ ବଳି ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟ ମୋର ନାହିଁ ରେ. Who said? Gopal said. To whom? To the doctor. I can trust your word. I can trust your word. ମୁଁ ତୋ କଥାକୁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରେ. ତୁ ଯାହା କହିବୁ ସତ ହିଁ କହିବୁ, ତୁ କେବେ ମିଛ କହୁ. I can trust your word. I can't leave my property unsettled. I can't leave my property unsettled. ତୁ ଜାଣିଛୁ ମୋର ଯେଉଁ ଧନ ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି ଯାହା ବି ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଅନସେଟେଲ୍ଡ କରିକି ମୁଁ ରଖିପାରିବିନି ରେ. ଅବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥିତ କରିକି ରଖିପାରିବି ନାହିଁ. ଆଣ୍ଡ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ମିନ୍, ତା'ର ଅର୍ଥ ହେବ ମୁଁ ଯଦି ସେଇ ମାନେ ସମ୍ପତ୍ତିଟାକୁ ଅନସେଟେଲ୍ଡ କରିକି ରଖିବି, ମୁଁ ୱିଲ୍ ଯଦି କରିବି ନାହିଁ, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱିଲ୍ ମିନ୍, ୟାର ଅର୍ଥ ହେବ ଏଣ୍ଡଲେସ୍ ମିଜରି. ମିଜରି କହିଲେ କ'ଣ ପିଲେ? ଦୟନୀୟ ସ୍ଥିତି. ଏଣ୍ଡଲେସ୍ ମିଜରି, ଦୁଃଖ ଫର୍ ମାଇ ୱାଇଫ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଚିଲଡ୍ରେନ୍, ମୋର ଛୁଆ ପିଲା ନଷ୍ଟ ହୋଇଯିବେ ରେ. ମୁଁ ଯଦି ସେ ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି ବାଡ଼ି ସବୁ ମୋ ଛୁଆ ପିଲାଙ୍କ ନାଁରେ ନ କରିଦେବି, ତାହେଲେ ମୋ ଛୁଆ ପିଲା ନଷ୍ଟ ହୋଇଯିବେ ରାମୁରେ. Who said? Gopal said. To whom? To the doctor. You know all about Subia and his gang. Subia and his gang. Subia ଆଉ ଯେଉଁ ଗ୍ୟାଙ୍ଗ କଥା ଏଠି କୁହାହେଇଛି ବୋଲେ, ସେଇ ସମୟରେ କଲିକତାରେ ଗୋଟେ ଦଳ ଥିଲେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କର ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି କବ୍ଜା କରୁଥିଲେ. He is that Subia. Let me sign before it is too late. Tell me. Let me sign it. Let me sign it before it is too late. ମାନେ ଡେରି ହେଇଯିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ, ମରିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ମୋତେ ସାଇନ୍ କରିବାକୁ ଦେ ରେ ଭାଇ, ମୋତେ କହିଦେ, ମୁଁ ସାଇନ୍ କରିଦେବି. Tell me. Then the doctor said, yes, presently. Okay, wait for a minute. The doctor said, wait for a minute. Yes, presently. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ହିଁ କରିବା. Replied the doctor. ଡାକ୍ତର ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଲେ. He walked up to his car. ନିଜ ଗାଡ଼ି ପାଖକୁ ଗଲେ, walked up to his car, sat in the back seat and reflected. Back seatରେ ବସିଲେ କାରରେ, and reflected, ଭାବିଲେ. He looked at his watch, ଘଣ୍ଟାକୁ ଦେଖିଲେ. Midnight, ସମୟ 12ଟା, ସମୟ ରାତି 12ଟା, midnight. If the will was to be signed, ଯଦି ସେ ଘୋଷଣା ପତ୍ରରେ ସ୍ୱାକ୍ଷର କରିବାର ଅଛି, if the will was to be signed, it must be done within the next 2 hours. ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା ଭିତରେ ସାଇନ୍ କରେଇ ଦେବାର ଅଛି. କାରଣ ସେ ଆଗରୁ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ 2ଟା ପରେ ସେ ଯଦି ବଞ୍ଚିଲା ବଞ୍ଚିବ, ନହେଲେ 2ଟା ଭିତରେ ରାମ ନାମ ସତ୍ୟ ଖତମ ହେଇଯିବ. 2 hours or never. 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା ଭିତରେ ନ କଲେ ଆଉ କରିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ. And he could not be responsible for a mess there. He could not be responsible for a mess there. କୌଣସି ଅପ୍ରୀତିକର ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବା ପାଇଁ ସେ ଦାୟୀ ରହିବେ ନାହିଁ. As he is his bosom friend. He knew too well the family affairs and about those walls to be and his gang. And he was well concerned about the family affairs of Gopal. and is well concerned with Surya and his gang also. But what could he do? Kintu se kon kari paribe je? But what could he do if he asked him to sign the will? If he asked him to sign the will, jodi se will sign kariba pai Ramuku kohibe, then what will happen? It would virtually mean a death sentence. It would virtually mean a death sentence. Mane gote mrityu danda dela bhaliya habo. Kon habo? It would be just like, yes, a death sentence. Death sentence, and destroy the 1,000 part of its chance that the patient had of survival. And it would destroy the 1,000 part of chance the patient had of survival. जदि 1000 भागरू भागे भी चांस अच्छी सेटा भी खत्म हो जीवो. से जो टिके भी चांस थी वो सेटा भी सरी जीवो. Yes or no? Virtual means real. Yeah. In this case, it would virtually means really. And the patient was staring at him. He resumed his seat in the chair. Virtually mean a death sentence and destroy the 1,000 part of his chance that the patient died of survival. He got down. Car roll hele. He got down from the car and went in. Car roll hele evang bhitru ko puni thore gale. Went in. He resumed his seat in the chair. Resumed his seat in the chair. Puni thore chair re basile. The patient was staring at him. The patient was staring at him. Rogiti tanko aduku opalaka netra dekhutula. Appealingly. केमती देखुला अपील कला भाया देखुला अपीलिंगली. द डॉक्टर सेड टू हिमसेल्फ. डॉक्टर निजको निजे कहूले निजे भावुले. डॉक्टर सेड टू हिमसेल्फ, इफ माय वर्ड कैन सेव हिज लाइफ, इफ माय वर्ड कैन सेव हिज लाइफ, जदि मो कथारे तार जीवन बंची जाई परिबो, इफ माय वर्ड कैन सेव हिज लाइफ, ही शैल नॉट डाई. से मरिबो नाही. ही शैल नॉट डाई. ही विल बी डैम्ड. ही विल बी क्योर्ड. से सुस्थ होई जीवो. ही विल बी डैम्ड. ही कॉल्ड गोपाल लिसन. तापर से निजको निजे स्ट्रंग कले एवं गोपाल को डाकिले, गोपाल लिसन. This was the first time he was going to do a piece of acting before a patient. This was the first time he was going to do a piece of acting before a patient. प्रथम करी जीवन रे प्रथम करी से एक्टिंग करिबा पई जाउतले कोन से एक पेशेंट सामने कोन से एक रोगी सामने. एंड सेड विथ डेलिबरेट एम्फासिस. तांका कथारे गुरुत्व देकी से कहले विथ डेलिबरेट एम्फासिस, डोंट वरी अबाउट द विल नाउ. डोंट वरी अबाउट द विल नाउ. तू से विल विषय वर्तमान चिंता कर नहीं. यू आर गोइंग टू लिव. तू बंचीबू. यू आर गोइंग टू लिव. योर हार्ट इज एब्सोल्युटली साउंड. एब्सोल्युटली सर्टेनली योर हार्ट इज एब्सोल्युटली साउंड. तो हृदय संपूर्ण सुस्थ अच्छी. तो हृदस्पंदन संपूर्ण सुस्थ अच्छी. ए न्यू ग्लो सफ्यूज्ड. SUFFUSED सफ्यूज देखा जीवा. ए न्यू ग्लो सफ्यूज द पेशेंट्स फेस. रोगीर मुहरे गोटे उज्ज्वलता आसिला. एज ही हर्ड इट, जमी से शुणी ए कथा, ही आस्क्ड इन ए टोन ऑफ रिलीफ. आश्वस्तिकर स्वर से पचारिला, डू यू से सो? अरे तू ए कथा कहूँ? डॉक्टर रमन इज टेलिंग मी दिस थिंग्स. इफ इट कम्स फ्रॉम योर लिप्स इट मस्ट बी ट्रू. इफ इट कम्स फ्रॉम योर लिप्स, जदि एटा तो पार्टी बाहरी निश्चित भाव सत हो. ताने पेशेंटर बंचार आशा उज्जीवित है. द डॉक्टर सेड क्वाइट राइट. द डॉक्टर सेड क्वाइट राइट. यस यू आर राइट माय फ्रेंड. यू आर इम्प्रूविंग एवरी सेकेंड. प्रत्येक सेकेंड रे तोर इम्प्रूवमेंट होची. यू आर इम्प्रूविंग एवरी सेकेंड. स्लीप इन पीस. शांति रे सोई पड़. स्लीप इन पीस. यू मस्ट नॉट एक्सॉट योरसेल्फ ऑन एनी अकाउंट. कौन सी भी परिस्थिति रे तू उत्तेजित हो नहीं. यू मस्टंट एक्सॉट योरसेल्फ ऑन एनी अकाउंट. यू मस्ट स्लीप वेरी साउंडली. तोते गभीर निद्रार आवश्यकता अच्छी. यू मस्ट स्लीप वेरी साउंडली. आई विल सी यू इन द मॉर्निंग. एंड आई विल सी यू इन द मॉर्निंग. मु तो सकाळे देखा करी. आई विल सी यू इन द मॉर्निंग. द पेशेंट लुक्ड एट हिम ग्रेटफुली. द पेशेंट लुक्ड एट हिम ग्रेटफुली. गोपाल तांको कृतज्ञतार सह देखुथिला. काहाकू? तार बंधु को. फॉर अ मोमेंट एंड देन क्लोज हिज आईज. किस समय पे देखिला एंड देन ही क्लोज हिज आईज. द डॉक्टर पिक्ड अप हिज बैग. द डॉक्टर picked up his bag. डॉक्टर निज बैग उठैले and went out shutting the door softly behind him. Went out shutting the door softly behind him. धीरे धीरे कवाटा बंद करिकी से बाहर को चली गए. So that's all for today. टाइम भी हो जाए जी पिले. आम आसंता काली सारिबा ये चैप्टरटा तापरे आम पूरा टोटल क्वेश्चन आंसर एमसीक्यू डिस्कशन करवा आउ खाली सोशियोलॉजी रो सेकंड पार्टटा दिन बेले 3टा बेले पढ़िबा और राति रे डॉक्टर वर्ड को सारिबा काली ओके सी यू देयर इन द क्लासेस थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग मास्टर ऑफ इंग्लिश बाय बाय गुड नाइट